Alright, I gotta fucking talk about this. This has been pissing me off. I don't know who this guy is. They made a RoboQuest review, so I'm gonna talk about it. And if it was just a normal positive review, which it mostly is, I wouldn't be talking about this. I wouldn't turn my fucking camera on or anything. It's the fact that this fucking idiot convinced himself that a movement-based... I'll play it muted. A movement-based... Look at how he's playing the fucking game. Movement-based FPS game is supposed to be slow and sluggish. And he says it's not like Ultra Kill. You don't move fast like an Ultra Kill, which is so fucking stupid. Because this game has crossover with the Ultra Kill fan base. Because the Ultra Kill fans like going fast, and you go fast in this fucking game. No, don't do that. I don't know how... I don't have a Steam or anything. I'm not a PC gamer. But I would assume on the Steam page it says movement-based FPS. But he... Oh, that's the cutscene. But it's like, it doesn't turn on auto sprint. Doesn't sprint, like, at all. Outside of he only sprints outside of combat, he said. Which is baffling. I don't know how you... The projectiles move so fucking fast in this game. I don't know how you would avoid them without sprinting. He doesn't sprint, he doesn't slide jump, he doesn't jetpack or grapple or learn any, or rocket jump, or learn any of the movement mechanics, and he just assumes that the game is slow. When it's like, have you seen anybody else play this game? This is the RoboQuest official. This is James Arani. And it's like, how do you see this game and you're like, oh yeah, this is slow. This isn't like Ultra Kill. It's like, this is how you play the game. This is just how you play RoboQuest. Look, he's just like in the air constantly. He's doing head bonks, spamming abilities. He's using Hero Cape and Pogo Stick. Look at this. It's just... I'd say I move even a bit faster than this. I don't like to touch the ground when I play. I like to just stick in the air. And shoot downwards more like a fucking helicopter. This is just so... How can reviewers just get shit so wrong? I'll have to comment about it. Because it's just so baffling. But there was also more comments about how it's just like completely untrue that it's a slow game. And it's just like, what are you doing about... What are you doing? Movement is slow. Yeah, movement is slow because you don't use slide plus jump as often as necessary. You don't even rocket jump. I think this should be illegal. And there's another one. When he said... 527 is when he said it. Is absolutely untrue. Rocket jump forwards one time and you'll see. And it's like, you don't even gotta do that. Just like the railings. Or like fucking the Sunset Overdrive and shit. Like, it's so obviously a movement-based game. I don't know how YouTube reviewers can get shit so wrong so constantly. He also didn't learn he also didn't like use elements until he got Elementalist and he didn't realize they were good, but that's whatever. That I don't care more about because he was at least, you know, still using guns. Like, look at this. Is that you just play the fucking game? Obviously, he's really good at it because he's a playtester. He's like a zillion hours in RoboQuest. He's like, even just that, yeah, like grapple hook across the room. You can grapple hook on the enemies and then head bonk. You can slide jump to reset. So you can use your jetpack, stay in the air, go to the ground, slide jump to instantly get all your fuel back, and then go back up in the sky. That's what I do a lot. And he, like, somewhere in the video, doubles down on his terrible idea of this being a slow game. How do you play RoboQuest like this? This is not Call of Duty. What are you doing? What is this? How did you make it to Haven City? What is this? Why aren't you moving? See, he only sprints outside of combat. He doesn't use the railings. I don't even know why he's using the sentry. Oh yeah, just meander your way through the that time. Where's time? Half of your rank in this game is time, dude. How are you moving so slow? What was your rank in your fucking runs? Come on. He has pogo stick and hero cape at this point, and he still just refuses to learn the movement. Pogo stick is like the first movement tool you get. It's how you can originally go upwards. Oh, he used it there after combat was done. Okay. Okay. God, this is just so baffling to see. I don't know how you can play RoboQuest like this. Also, is the aspect ratio changing? What the hell? Let me just go back a bit. No, that was just weird. And like that, like fights like Uncle Jim are clearly trying to teach you the movement. Oh my god, he has jetpack and grapple hook at this point, and he's still just moving like a grandpa. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Elementalist. Oh my god, he's beginning to believe. See, that's like the first bit of like playing the game like it's supposed to be played. I've seen that, and it's still like grandpa speed compared to how any other human would play this game. Oh, it's just so weird to see. Just meander your way through the fields. It's a brisk walk, to be honest. Like, look at his times. Like, these are two different maps, and look at his times. Like, just not doing great. Not doing great. And, like, every time I asked everyone who I got into this game, because it's like I found RoboQuest originally, and then I told all my friends about it because it's just so fucking good. Everyone I asked, I'm like, so you know that RoboQuest is about speed because you've played an FPS game before, and they're all like, yeah. It's like, oh, so you did a better job than YouTube reviewer man with almost 100K. Like, it's paid to put up reviews. This is just so baffling. Are we talking about I don't want to play the video. It's just so... Ugh. Like, how do you... Like, the first thing I do when I tell people to get on RoboQuest for the first time is, like, go into settings and turn on auto sprint. Because it's like the second you start sprinting, you're like, oh, it's just a fast game. And then you go faster and faster. And you end up like John RoboQuest. I don't know. This has just been, I've been thinking about this since I watched that review. And it's just been baffling to me. Like, yeah, this is pretty much how I mean, that's pretty much like how I move as well. I don't ever record my gameplay for some. I don't even think about doing it, to be honest. But it's just like double jumping, slide jump, slide jump, slide jump. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know how a YouTube reviewer man can just convince himself that a game is something it isn't, and then like. Did you just also not watch anybody else's gameplay of this video game for his review? Because I feel like even in the trailers, they're moving fast. And it's like there should be like an indication in your brain to maybe learn the movement. Oh, he talks about, yeah, it's about Guardian's shield being like armor lock when it really isn't. Armor lock stops combat. His, like, doesn't. It just doesn't. Ranger. I find it interesting. And I'm just rambling. I find it interesting that Ranger is the easiest class to get. Which is funny because Ranger also teaches you movement. When you go into stealth, you get a movement bonus, and you can add on to that movement bonus throughout your run. And you just, no, I didn't pick up on that detail at all. There's so many movement upgrades. It's just bonus movement, bonus movement, bonus movement. I don't know. Like, I'm glad, like, he called it a master class. And it's like, yeah. It's like, I'm glad that it's like a positive review, but it's like, how can you get that so wrong? And then it's just like, so everyone that watches the review is going to be convinced through your shit-ass gameplay that it's a slow game. Like, I don't... How can you play Recon slow, bruh?